your chain is a necklace.
Go that, please don't go that with me. Left wrist, go that, right wrist, go that, next go that, this go that, this don't go that, me.
Ayy, they hit my designer for sleeps. Double dip mine in the bleach. I'm block over short. I'm popping down Miami Beach. Pull up like LeBron with the heat. I bought a crib in the crib with the office shit. Beach at my mouth, but I can't see me walking there. I'm with a Tesla, but it ain't no charger there. I call up Cohen, Brianna, been parking there. Top heat, box seats. I'm watching all shit. They cop like stop right next to my block and trust fund. Beat, I might drop that hips on the stallion and Doja her top half, 2300 on the horse and I'm Mike. Switching out the character, the strippers like Tigers. Legends on 3, 2, 1.
You tried it. You say you love me like you love him. You lying. You know your worth for what it's.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
On the jump. Here we go, son.
A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Lawrence will throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Jacksonville's gamble on Ingram getting back to peak form was a smart one. Career best in catches and yards. Basically gave their offense another big-bodied receiver to go to, as they did there.
Think right open. Silver.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
11, Agate.
On first and 10, it's Etienne taken down at the 47-yard line. The Jaguars at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, kill. Red.
They go play action now. Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 33 yards that time.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Etienne will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Ready.
Now a three-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And now off to the races down the right side. How about this? Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Here we go, son.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Dragon 60.
Throwing now is Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Mixon with a first down carry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And Stroud now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Ready.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 104 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you. Keep it to short gain.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now left side on the swing pass. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Hey, kill!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Will Anderson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Hey, Lion!
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
For the field goal, a 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And boy, before the drive even starts, here's a timeout. Wow. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. ETN up the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. One of the linebackers has got it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Hey, run. Safe right.
ETN once more. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Unlock line. Unlock line. Red.
They'll try to run with ETN. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Come on.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On the ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Go!
Stroud will look to throw once more. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On the set.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
They're going for it. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
18, Pioneer. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. 60, Maverick. 60, Maverick. Say, hey.
Stroud to throw it. He's got it to Collins, complete. Touchdown! Nico Collins, as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Red on red.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Uncorks one for Davis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
11. Go.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On the jump.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club. My crown way too white to be shooting in the eyes. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And that you need better stop. Standing on my money, dog, please don't get involved. Ain't nobody running off, rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law, I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich.